just copy and paste your questions into my Microsoft OneNote, and I'm just going to read them out loud to you and just figure out what my answers are. So first of all, we have the question from Jimmy. Have you ever been to the United States? I have not. So I do live in the Netherlands, which is in Europe, and I have been in different countries in Europe, but not many times outside of Europe. So one time I went to Korea, and that's the only time I went outside of Europe. So the United States are still on my bucket list to see, and of course you need to go multiple times to cover multiple locations because it's such a big place to cover. So no, unfortunately I have never been there yet. What was your major in college? My major is human resources. And I know a lot of you guys hate us, but it's just my major. And we are indeed there to help you. And I'm sorry if you feel like you have experienced otherwise. But yeah, that was my major. I do not practice human resources now anymore. I switched to IT. So yeah, that's it. And the next question is, what are your hobbies? My hobbies are making these kind of videos. So I love making videos to help people. That's my main source of joy within my hobbies, is just to help people with anything they need and anything I can provide. So I do have another YouTube channel in Dutch where I help people work with Microsoft. So I'm just going to record my screen and say, okay, if you want to know how you do this in Microsoft Excel, I'm just going to show you, etc. So that's me helping someone else where I can. And this channel is actually the same. I'm just trying to help people with perhaps some nice triggers to really relax. So these channels and making videos are my hobby, and of course I love to hang out with family and friends. Of course. Do you prefer intentional or unintentional ASMR? I actually love them both, and it really depends on how I'm feeling at that moment in time, whether I would search for videos with intentional ASMR or unintentional ASMR. So love them both equally, just depending on my feelings in that exact moment. Who are you subscribed to on YouTube? There are a lot that I have subscribed to on YouTube, also to give some support to those channels, but also because I love the content that they make. I have, for example, I have all kinds of ASMR artists that I love and that I look at to have some ideas for my video. Like I see them do some stuff and I think like perhaps I could do not exactly the same but a little bit the same, but then how would I do that? So really are in that situation with that alternate reality, and she's trying to help you or do something or to give you triggers, etc. And she's really good at that. ASMR Darling is one of the first ASMR artists that I came across. A lot of years back actually, and I love her ever since. I have Nanu. She is from Belgium, and I really love everything she does, but what I specifically love about her ASMR is when she does it in Belgium, like in her Belgium accent of Dutch. So I'm from the Netherlands, I speak Dutch. She's from Belgium and also speaks Dutch, but people in Belgium have a little bit of an accent, and I do love that accent within ASMR because it's so soft, and I love that softness. So I really love her soft Belgium accent, Dutch ASMRs as well. Let's see. I follow Riverless Fox. I love her as well because she can do the mouth sounds really good. Those mouth sounds that I'm still trying to master myself. She's really good at that, and I love listening to that when I'm trying to sleep. But also I love to look at videos of her while she sings, because she can sing so good. It's amazing how good she can sing, and I love to put on those kinds of videos of her while I try to study or work, just to help me relax and focus on the thing that I'm trying to do. So these are a few of the ASMR YouTube channels that I am subscribed to, and of course some other non-ASMR YouTube channels, such as more on the Microsoft page, like that I'm trying to learn something from other Microsoft specialists, or the 𝗨𝗏𝗏𝗏 official YouTube channel, because I love 𝗨𝗏𝗏𝗏 and these kinds of things. So yeah, these are just a few because I have a lot of them, and I think we cannot cover that within one video. What is your guilty pleasure? I think my guilty pleasure is, of course, within the food area, is McDonald's. We have a McDonald's really close by, and I do have to tell myself not to go that often. So that's that guilty pleasure. But I also do really enjoy Walt Disney movies and songs. So that's, I guess, my guilty pleasure. Not many grown-ups around me like these kinds of stuff, so I guess it's a guilty pleasure for me. What kind of music do you like? Of course, the Disney songs. I like all of the Disney songs, as is my guilty pleasure, but also just R&B, anything that's like in the top 40 or something. I love that, but also like the really old music from the 70s, the 80s. I love those. I love those musics as well. What is your dream job? My dream job. I guess my dream job at this moment is just doing these kinds of videos full time. Now I am making these videos just to help you, just as a hobby more, I guess, but I love to do this like properly full time, to really perhaps work out an idea for an ASMR, to have the time to do that, to have the time to edit the videos as much as I would like to. Yeah, that will be my dream, to make videos for you on a full-time basis. Who in life do you admire the most? yourself that question are my parents. I love them so much, and I really admire their skills in communication, their ways of being positive about anything, the ways that they show their support to all of us. So I really admire their way of living and loving, actually. They always help me. They always support me. Whenever I text them that I want to see them, they say, like, when are you coming? Are you coming today? Every time that I want to come is okay. It doesn't matter when I want to come. It's always okay, it's always good, it's always nice. Whatever I have to say or what's on my heart or on my mind, it's okay. They will help me. They will never mark anything that I feel or want to do as weird or unexpected. I wanted to do this channel with ASMR. Of course, they didn't know what it was, and I thought they would think it would be a kind of strange, but it's quite opposite. I told them I want to do this, and they were right away, oh, that's amazing, what is it, tell us about it. So supportive, so positive, so nice. And they will always watch my videos. Everyone I know, they will watch every one of my videos. So hi Mom and Dad. Thank you so much for being there for me, for every part and every step of my life. Thank you so much. What is your happiest memory? That's really a hard one, I guess. My happiest memory. When I think of happy memories, I jump back into my childhood. I am so lucky to have such amazing parents and such a happy childhood, and I'm so lucky to have that. So my happiest memory is just my childhood time with my two older sisters, and us playing together outside, inside, with Legos on the PlayStation. It didn't matter, but we were always with each other, us, with the three of us, and just playing, so much playing. But I loved those days of playing with them for hours and hours. So my happiest memory is just not particularly one happy memory, but a lot of those happy memories of childhood. Now I've got some questions from 𝗙𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗬. That person asked me my favorite ASMR trigger. That's really a hard one because I love a lot of triggers, and it's mainly for me that there are different kinds of triggers for me in a video, because when I hear one trigger all the time, I get a little bit of numbness for that trigger. But it depends. I love one trigger and only one trigger when I'm studying or working, because then it's relaxing. And I do not like one trigger when I'm trying to sleep. I want multiple triggers to help me get in that really nice state for sleeping. So a lot of triggers are my favorite. I love the wooden soup for like background noise. I love the tapping on anything, just tapping with longer nails, like proper long nails. Tapping on anything, doesn't matter what it is, just tap away. I love that. I love the whispering and soft spoken as well, both of them. It just depends as well when my head is really full. My least favorite trigger, oh, I know that one. I know my least favorite trigger is eating. I do not like the sounds of eating. I do like mouth sounds. I do like those, but I do not like when people are eating something. Like those kinds of noise are like, oh, I cannot stand that trigger, and because of that I will not do that trigger myself as well, because I hear myself, and if I now start eating I would not like it myself, so I will not do that within one of my videos. Then I've got some question from the 𝗨𝗣𝗟𝗘𝗦𝗗𝗥𝗬. Do you like video games? I do, actually. Though I'm a bit of a nerd, but not too much. So I love Walt Disney, I love Pokemon, I love Dragon Ball Z, like these kinds of anime. And I do play some video games. So sometimes I play Call of Duty because sometimes it's just nice to shoot. I guess it's just a really nice game to not be thinking that much. I do not like the campaign mode of Call of Duty, just the normal Call of Duty kinds of shooting online. And I love, properly love Fallout. Not all of them, and I hope they will make another one, which I hopefully love, but Fallout 4 I love and played so many hours. I love the fact that you have a bit of a storyline, and combined with a little bit of action and shooting and having some mods on your guns and different kinds of weapons and clothing to have like a strategy or something, and a little bit of building. You could also like build a residence somewhere, so that's really the amount of what I enjoy on a video game altogether. So I love that. I do actually properly love the Dragon Ball Z game because it really connects with the anime. It's just a little bit quicker because the anime was so slow. But I do really like how they have made the game. It's an amazing game, properly good, put together, really good. So I do actually like video games. I also like the games on the Nintendo Switch, and I also like to do that a lot with friends and family. So just recently me and my sisters got together and just played Luigi's Mansion for 6 hours straight. And it was so much fun. So I like those videos. I don't know, do you call them video games on the Switch? I don't know. I switch a lot, like Zelda. I love Zelda. I do play every Pokemon as well on the Switch. So yeah, a lot of playing. I guess perhaps you could call that a hobby as well. What is your favorite game? I think my favorite game... Oh, that's so difficult. I have a few. I love Zelda because that's the right amount of storyline, open world where I can do whatever I feel like, and a little bit of fighting. I do love Pokemon because that's just nostalgia and I love it. And I have an Xbox instead of a PlayStation, so sorry for the PlayStation people. I have an Xbox where I play the Fallout 4, and I love that one as well. Those are my favorites, I guess, for now. Then I have some questions from 𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗬. To ask me, what is my age? My age now is 28. So I do not know when you are watching this video, but at this moment in time, I am 28 and I will turn 29 next year. So my birthday has already been this year. So 28. Are you single or married? None of those. I'm just together with my boyfriend for 5 years now. I do not have the wish to be married. I do not see the point of being married. I'm not religious myself, so I do not see why I should be married. We have everything documented about if someone is perhaps going to die. Please not, but if that will be the case, we have everything already sorted out. So if we do get married, there's nothing more to gain from that for us at this moment in time, at this point. And I do not like the wedding stuff. Actually, I do not like to wear a dress that isn't really nice to wear all day, to be the center of attention all day. I hate being the center of attention. You have to be like on all the time. People want to talk to you. So many people want to talk to you, and I do not have the social battery to do that for a whole day. So I do not want to get married. Please not. And then the next question is, why did you decide to start this channel? Well, I have been listening to ASMR for a very, very long time, and I noticed I started tapping on everything that I saw, and my boyfriend asked me to sometimes tap on stuff or whisper to him to help him with his triggers. So I have been helping him with his triggers, and then I thought perhaps I could just do this in a video as well. Perhaps other people could enjoy me making triggers as well, which was very scary at the beginning to do that. Really confronting to see yourself, to hear yourself back while editing the video. But my boyfriend has been very supportive. Like every time that I perhaps wanted to quit or ask myself the question, like, why do I do this? And I do not know if I want to keep doing this because it's so scary. He's always been like, you are doing amazing, please keep going, you're doing great, you're so strong, etc. And so that's so nice of him to do that, because I'm very happy about where I am standing today with my channel and my videos. So that's how I decided to perhaps start a channel and try to see if I could help some other people with the triggers as well. Then I have some questions from Matthew. These are very hard questions. Would you rather dance on Lego or hug a cactus? I have never felt how it would be like to hug a cactus, but I saw something on National Geographic one time about a cactus, and the cactus has these pointy thingies, but they have a hook. So whenever you get a point like that sharp thingy of the cactus within your skin, if you want to pull it out, it hurts like hell because it has this little hook that is pulling more of your flesh out. So because of that knowledge, Legos. I think I will be great at dancing on Legos. The next question is, if you could choose one liquid to fall from the sky instead of rain, what would it be? Instead of rain, another liquid. You know what will be very nice? I do not know if it counts, but it will be very nice to not have rain, but bubbles. Like the blowing bubbles that you make sometimes yourself. It will be so nice if rain just drops out of the sky in bubble form, like bubbles floating around, and you could just blow them away. That will be so cute, actually, to see that. I do not know if that counts. One liquid. If it's like liquid, I guess, of course, I have got to say chocolate. But the white chocolate, please. The white chocolate I love, and I know that some people say that you cannot say that it's white chocolate because it doesn't contain that much of a chocolate. So I don't know. I don't know what are the rules. I call it white chocolate. I will put out some baskets outside because it rains so much in the Netherlands. So a lot of buckets in my garden to pick up all the white chocolate. Then just buy some fruits and have your own chocolate fountain outside. The next question is, if you could only use one social media app for the rest of your life, what would it be? I'm not really on that many social media apps. I think that's a lot of work to maintain social media apps. But I have Facebook and Instagram, but I do not use them anymore. Like, of course, everyone has at one point in their life perhaps made an account, but I do not post anything on that for years now. I do not look on those apps anymore as well. I use YouTube, of course, a lot as a social media app. And sometimes I'm on LinkedIn to see what's going on, to see perhaps someone has an interesting article for me to read. And WhatsApp is social media, I guess. A lot of WhatsApp, and sometimes LinkedIn, and of course YouTube. So the social media I could use for the rest of my life, forever, I think I would choose YouTube. And the next questions are from the 𝗘𝗩𝗘𝗥𝗬. That's a great name. What is your first ASMR memory or experience? I have an ASMR experience, but it wasn't a video. It was just happening around me, and I was always thinking, like, why does this sound make me feel that way? And I thought I was being so weird by feeling that. And that experience was, I always start working in the early morning, so I started like 7 o'clock or 6:30 in the morning. I am at the office at where I worked at that moment in time. It's a way back. So that was my other employer from a different time, but I always start very early as possible. But when you start that early, the cleaners are there as well. So there are people cleaning. They're not talking to each other, just cleaning. So they just, you hear the water they're using, or like just regular cleaning sounds. And the cleaning sounds make me feel so relaxed, like really a different state of mind. hey, there's something new and it's called ASMR, do you know it? And I was like, no, I don't know it. What is it? Here you have a video. And they showed me the video, and that company said, the visitors said to me, it's so weird and stuff, it's so weird, and I was like, okay, I don't know it, so just show me. So it was a video, a very good video, very well edited as well. It was a video of a girl, and a girl was whispering towards the camera, and she said, I'm going to rob a bank. And she was going to rob a bank, but not like in this studio, and she just took the camera with her all the time outside, within the van. They were going to the bank, in the bank, etc. Was she going to rob the bank, like properly robbing? Well, fake, but it was really good put together. And I actually enjoyed that video. Well, that visitor of my parents said it's so weird and stuff, and I was like, oh, I actually quite like it. But yeah, so that was my first experience with knowing that it was ASMR and what it was. And from that moment in time, I started looking up ASMR on YouTube. Found ASMR Darling as the first one and start watching her videos. I started watching her videos with my boyfriend, so we put one of her videos on in the middle of us and just watch it and try to fall asleep together with her videos, and so on and so on. Then I started to see there was a lot of more kinds of ASMR, and here we are today making our own ASMR videos. What is your comfort meal, movie, and song? My comfort meal is sushi, but the all-you-can-eat sushi at the restaurant, because then you can eat all. All-you-can-eat sushi is amazing, so that's really comforting for me. My comforting movie is anything from Disney. Anything, doesn't matter what, I love it. And my comforting song are songs that reminds me of my childhood. So the songs that were playing a lot when I was a little bit younger. So that would be perhaps, how was it called? Jack Johnson with Banana Pancakes, for example. Like the whole album of Jack Johnson. Everything. It really makes me feel secure and at ease, because it reminds me of such a great and happy moment in my life. What are your hobbies? What hobbies do you have outside of your channel? Well, talking to you with all of these questions, I know that my hobbies, I do not really regularly think about what are my hobbies, but I love gaming on the Switch or the Xbox. I love hanging out with friends a lot and family, and I do really love making videos, so this is really a great hobby for me to do. So yeah, I guess that are my hobbies at this moment in time. That were the questions you have asked me until this far. Perhaps we can do multiple Q&As whenever you have more questions for me. But I will ask you if you have any questions within my community, so you could check out or see what's going on in the community. So thank you so much for watching cutiepies. It's been already an amazing journey with you guys to have reached the 1,000 subscribers, which is an amazing mark within my channel. Thank you so much for your support, and I love to see you more often. Cutiepies. Thank you so much, cutiepies. Thank you so much, cutiepies. Bye bye, cutie.